There we go. Hi, folks. I'm John Nelson. My wife, Liz, and I are on a health journey that has blossomed into a health coaching journey with the help and love of quite a few people, plus everything that we're doing. So, I've been trying to do this live for a couple of days now. So, I wanted to jump in here and do this. And, I'm used to have a whole body of work on business and marketing optimization coaching over on YouTube. So, my way of doing this is probably a little deeper than most. So forgive me, but I hope I have some really good material for you. But we're going to blaze through it pretty quickly because I at least want to whet your appetite for some reasons here that I hope will spur you on to something else. And if you're ready to explore that something else, then consider doing it with us. We'll point you in all kinds of good directions for what's going on and the potential thereof. So let's jump over to this if I can press the right buttons, because I am my own producer. So what do an active lifestyle, the GLP-1 shots, that's Ozempic and semaglutide and all the rest of them, whether or not they're actually a shot, it's the same type of material. And I see the messaging is going crazy already here. So what an active lifestyle, the semaglutide shots, and basically maintaining your weight have in common. We're going to explore that this evening, very, very as we go through this. So I hope you find this interesting. I hope you find this helpful. If there's more research that you want to do, there is more research to do. So I hope you check it out and give it a shot here. And Liz will be joining us at some point, not this evening, though she's in the area. We're going to get on her Facebook page, so all of you over there get introduced to this, and we can go from there. So, but that's for another evening, and this will be tape delayed otherwise for y'all. So, welcome. I haven't been on this channel before, and where you're going to be, so that'll be great. So let's talk about this real quick. What does good nutrition get you? Well, it helps your body perhaps with more energy and to feel better, and we'll talk about that. Good nutrition can help keep you from getting sick, believe it or not. I didn't believe this until I tried it, and it actually works. But it's relied on you taking some things you should normally be taking to feed your body. And then we'll talk a little bit about gut health. But all of this with the meals that we eat, in fact, the one that is waiting on me in just a minute, are all nutritionally balanced to include stuff like this, your full daily amount of vitamins and minerals. But let's explain kind of why nutrition is important for these different aspects, okay? So different minerals you should be getting and vitamins every day. Certainly vitamin B vitamins, C vitamins in regular quantities, D and D3 and K2. We'll talk about those more in just a minute. Magnesium, iron, electrolytes. That's not really a mineral, I guess, but it's something that you need. Potassium definitely is. And if you're not getting any of these for whatever reason, interesting things can start to happen. You start maybe feeling dizzy. You'll certainly not have as much energy as you had before. Your body needs not only the physical food, but it needs good quality nutrients in that food or in a supplement if you're not making enough of what's there to really make that happen. So how does that help? How does that help our GLP-1 shots over here? Well, you're losing lots of weight. That's being taken care of by the shots, but your body requires a certain amount of nutrition every day. Your body requires, just to maintain, somewhere in the neighborhood of 1,800 to 2,200 calories a day, and all the nutrients that go with them. You don't just want to have potato chips all day. That doesn't help you. Your body needs the nutrients from the food and from the sunlight and from the different sources that you take it from. We actually operate, if you're losing weight, which we're not really covering except by the shots, at least today, you're then operating in a calorie deficit. But you should not operate at any time, no matter what you're doing, at a nutritional deficit, if that makes any sense. A lot of this has been around for decades, all this research, but they still continue to learn more about it. Now, what happens if you lose all the weight you want. You don't want to lose any weight. You just want to maintain where you're at. You don't want to get bigger. You still need proper nutrients. It will keep you out of trouble in so many ways. And then certainly if you lead an active lifestyle, you're out exercising, you're out doing yard work, you're out doing or you're really into, say, running or cycling, or all sorts of different stuff, or weight training, or whatever makes you happy that's more than usual, or sports. Maybe you play sports. Well, you certainly deplete those minerals and vitamins all the more. And so you need to ensure everything you do fills that tank back up, or your body's going to run out of juice. I've done long distance cycling in my life, and there are times, and it's actually happened to me, when I did not fuel up properly on good nutrients. And you have what is referred to in cycling, at least, and I think running too, as boinking. It's a funny word, but you remember the feeling. It's basically when your body, it's equivalent to a car running out of gas. There is absolutely nothing left in the tank, and you just get this shudder that just and you just then can't do anything. You're shut down from doing anything. It's an awful feeling. I'll make it big screen and go because it is. It's a terrible feeling, and I hope you never have to experience that. So, and with proper nutrition every day, and with monitoring that, and with keeping an eye on it, you won't have to. So let's talk about something cool that I've learned in the past few years. There are actually vitamins and minerals. Now, they are not a cure for things. I mean, our chiropractor years ago was the first to say, if you have an emergency, go to the emergency room. Don't mess around. But if there are ways that you can run preventative maintenance on your body, this might be the way to do it. So, if you're sick and you're really sick and you're down, then you're down. And it could be for a variety of reasons, many of those nutritionally based. You could if you're not getting proper nutrition on a regular basis, you could open up your body to all sorts of things that can move in, because then your body can't fight it off. But if I have learned a daily regimen of these vitamins. They're not a cure, but they are something that, if taken regularly, might help your body to fend off a lot of lesser illness that comes its way. So vitamin C, certainly. Zinc is a big one, is a big part of that whole thing. Vitamin D3 and vitamin K2, and oftentimes they're sold together now. So if you can do that, that's great. If you can get those, supplement it with B vitamins and magnesium, and anything else that your doctor or health practitioner that you trust recommends. But if you do this, there's a lot of extra shots and medications and other things you can avoid with a regular regimen of stuff like this. And so do some research into this. I encourage you to do your own research. But this is all the more reason why, no matter what you're doing, if you're losing weight, if you're maintaining, if you're leading an active lifestyle, it's all the more reason you need to ensure that you are getting proper nutrition, that you are feeding your body properly, not just feeding your body, but feeding your body properly. So let's go to the last piece here real quick I want to touch on. And I'll explain who this gentleman is in just a moment. But this is the concepts around gut health. And I will tell you, this is a rabbit hole of the highest proportion if you start looking into this. But it may be a rabbit hole worth going down if you're in the right situation and you need that kind of counsel. But this is a great example of what proper nutrition has the potential to do. This has to do with cleaning out your digestive system and making sure that everything. I'm not talking about necessarily by itself something like an enema or laxative or something like that. I'm not necessarily talking about that. I'm talking about proper nutrition that feeds your body's gut, your internal systems, that it's their job anyway to clean up what you eat and to take out all the junk and to make sure that the proper vitamins and minerals get processed from anything you eat, get processed in your body. But if they get gummed up with, old poop and a whole bunch of other stuff, honestly, and junk, then the body can't do its job to process all this like it should. And so that's the simplistic explanation of what gut health is, but it really is deeper than that. And it goes a lot further into it. There is a growing body of research of some of the things that proper gut health is capable of doing for your body. There is a growing amount of studies that have been done that by very, very high-ranking institutions, and it's getting to the point where it's undeniable. And this gentleman was our first exposure to this about 10 years ago. His name is Dr. Patrick Flynn. He's from Minnesota, northern Iowa area, and maybe Wisconsin too, but I think it was Minnesota. I mean, it's been a long time since I've seen him, and I've watched him on a couple things since, but I saw him live at the time and was exposed to him, and it was very impressive what he had to say. Some of the research that he's doing and the conditions he's looking into reversing with proper gut health, no medications, no none of that, proper gut health and nutrition and feeding your body properly. If he's even half right, and the colleagues that are doing the research are even half right as to some of the things that are out there and what's possible, then you'll be blown away at how many conditions that have really come up over the past 50 years, how they get reversed just by treating your body properly. It's amazing what we've been doing to ourselves. And I think some of that's going to be revealed with, whether you're a fan of his or not, this is one of Robert F. Kennedy's big deals, Junior's big deals, is the reason he's around is proper nutrition and what we're doing. So I think you're going to be hearing a lot about that, in the coming weeks and months and years. But if this research is even half right, once you start looking at it, it's things like, autism, treating autism with a whole different, respect. And finally, there's some hope, there's some possibility of some changes happening. And some of the things that they're documenting will just blow you away. So like I said, it's controversial. It's a deep rabbit hole. It's a lot of study. But if they're even half right, it's going to be fun once they get this figured out. But all of these things are fantastic examples of what good nutrition can do for you. So if you take nothing else away from this, even whether you're losing weight or not, whether you have an active lifestyle or not, then this is keeping this food in balance does that for you. The way that we're eating, the plan that we're on, we eat 6 times a day. We get all of our daily required nutrients that we need, even though we're losing weight and we're operating at a calorie deficit. We still get the nutrients. They are very important. And so if you're not getting those nutrients, if you're not, finding those in meats and vegetables, and then supplements if you have to, but you can get a lot of them from the good foods that you eat, from what they call clean eating, then let's talk about what that could look like for you. Either, DM or call us if you have our number. DM us if you're on Facebook, John Nelson or Elizabeth Murphy Nelson. We're out there, and you'll see these in all of our locations as soon as we can. It's not in the budget yet. Neither is the website that you see down here. It's still under construction. Don't bother going there. You won't be impressed. So, but you can certainly drop us an email, Liz and John at jklworks.com. We are losing weight. We are eating well. We are not hungry. We are full of energy. We are getting great sleep. And it's all thanks to what we're doing. And we want to show you, if you're at that point that you're ready for a change, you're tired of getting the same results you've always gotten, then we're ready to show you what that can look like. And it may cost less and be far more effective than you can imagine, than you certainly thought possible. So give us a chance if that's the crossroads you're at, Or if you just want more information, hit us up on the socials and or send us an email there or call us and see if there's something that we can help you to do to help make that a reality. So thanks so much for watching. We will talk to you again very, very soon. We're probably going to do these a little earlier in the week, maybe Tuesdays, and then we'll do another one later on to kind of talk about some different issues. If you have questions about any of this, feel free to do the research on your own on the different topics we talked about, or comment below where you're watching this, and we will do our best to either answer your questions or point you in the right direction. We are not health experts. We're not medical experts. We are people who have been researching a lot of this clean eating and well living for many years, especially Liz, and that she has been doing this. And we have been exposed to some big thinkers in the industries in those different processes that pointed us in the right direction of where we needed to go to find more information. There's certainly lots of rabbit holes, to be sure. Thanks so much for watching. We will talk to you again next time.